So you're ready to move from one city to another city that's pretty far away that you really don't know a lot of information about. The number one thing that you're always concerned about is how safe is the city I'm about to move to. So today I'm going to show you a really cool website that you're able to actually look and see how safe is this city. You don't have time to travel to this city. You don't have time to get the feel of the city. This website will let you know what are the chances that you might be robbed or assaulted. And you're definitely thinking about you and your family when you're deciding to make this move. So today I'm going to show you this website where you can actually see a number that shows you how safe this city really is. So I find myself in the same position that you're in. I want to move to a city that's far away that I really haven't visited. I really don't know how safe this city could be. And so you're left with a lot of questions. You're left with a lot of what if? What if I move to this city and realize it's a very unsafe city? That's a very hard thing to get out of, especially if you buy a house. So you're needing all of the information that you can get so you can make a wise decision for yourself and your family. So I will let you know what this website is in a second, but let me go ahead and show you what information you can find about the city that you're interested in moving in. What you would do is type in the name of your city, and there's many different cities that have the same name around the country. So definitely make sure you type in the correct state. And what it's going to do is give you different information like the economy, real estate, schools, and those are all very important, but you're definitely interested in crime. How does this city stack up against other cities in the United States as far as crime? Okay, so for those of you that would be moving to Tennessee, let me give you 3 different reports about crime in 3 different cities. So let me start off with Memphis. Memphis has a population of 633,000 people, and its safety index is a 1. Now, 633,000 people, that's a lot of people, and a 1 in this case is not good. Now, for those of you that would live in Memphis, you can hit me up in the comments section and let me know how safe do you feel. But it goes from 1 to 100, and 1 is the worst score you can get. Now, let me go now to the next one. Maryville, 32,000 people, population. It has a score of 47. So that's a better score, and it's right in the middle there. So that's a really good score for Maryville. But look at the population difference. So you can see here that it definitely affects the score because obviously the more people you have in your city, the more chances you would have for crime. And then look at Church Hill in Tennessee, 7,000 people, and it has a score of 97. And again, 100 would be the best score. So if you're reading this, Church Hill, there's only 3% cities in the United States are safer than that. And that's pretty good because you know there's some really small cities in the United States. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go to this website. The website is called Neighborhood Scout. And all you do is type in the name of the city that you're looking for, and you will get the crime index numbers for this city. So let's go ahead and hop on my computer and see what Neighborhood Scout actually looks like when you plug in a city. Okay, everybody, I'm on the Neighborhood Scout website here. And this search bar right here in the middle, you would just type in the name of the city that you're interested in. So I am going to type in Memphis, Tennessee here. And you can see here at the top of this menu, there are different categories: real estate, demographics, crime, and schools, but we are interested in the crime. So I'm going to go ahead and click on crime. And as I scroll down, it's going to load a map to show you the concentration of where the crime is occurring and what color you would see from that. So the safest would be the lighter purple here, and the darker purple would be the least safest. And then there's the number we're looking for, that crime index. So 100 is the safest, and they're giving Memphis a 1. And if you can look over here to the right, number of crimes, violent and property, and then the total. They're going to give your chances of becoming a victim of violent crime 1 in 41. And down here, they will also give you a comparison between the city and the violent crimes in the United States. So again, this is data that will get updated. I have seen numbers change from different cities. Some have gone up, some actually go down. So let's actually now go back and let's type in another one. So let's go to Maryville, Tennessee here. So we get the same menu at the top. We're scrolling down. There is where it shows that Maryville is 47. And again, this population is 32,000. Well, that's good to know that there were no murders in Maryville. And there again is your comparison to the United States. So now your chances of becoming a victim of violent crime are 1 in 499. So yes, your chances are getting a lot better. And then let's go to Churchill. So you can see the higher end of a city where your crime rate, forgot to click on crime. So they get a 94. So that's my bad. I think I put a 97. So there were 4 violent crimes, 10 property crimes. Your chances of becoming a victim of a violent crime are 1 in 1,750. Those are really good odds right there. But again, the reason why is because of the population definitely has an effect on that. Very close to 7,000 people. So there you go. There are 3 extremes, one at the bottom, one in the middle, and one at the top. But you can obviously see the correlation between the numbers and the population of that city. So take into account when you're making this decision, take into account the population. Obviously, with a bigger population, your crime index is going to go lower, and that's just something to consider. Okay, so before you make this monumental decision that moves you and your family to a different city, to a different state, I would suggest getting a second opinion. You would not want to base your decision solely on one website and one number. You have to take this with a grain of salt, and you have to say, you know what, I wonder if there is different information out there. So what I would suggest is possibly getting some Facebook opinions, some reviews on Google, possibly on how people from that live in the city, how safe do they feel? Because you're always going to have different pockets of neighborhoods that might be more dangerous than others. So definitely do your homework on this, but Neighborhood Scout is just one outlook into this city that you most likely don't have any information on. It's so far away you haven't visited it yet, and you're going to try to get this feeling of your safety in the city. Definitely Neighborhood Scout is one I guess tool in the toolbox here, but don't necessarily put all your eggs in one basket and go, oh my goodness, that's a really low or bad number. I'm definitely not moving there. Definitely do your diligent homework and get some other opinions, get some other feedback from other people before you make this decision. But today's video, it's all about just getting some idea of how this population of the city is. What are the crimes that are occurring? So there's murders, there's rapes, there's assaults, there's robberies. So it's something you need to look at. It's something that we don't necessarily want to look at, but if you're going to make this decision, it's something that you need to know, because once you settle down in a city, you don't want to find out a year later that this was not the safest city for you to be in. So especially it affects your family. So today, that is my advice to you, is check out Neighborhood Scout, type in this city to find out how safe do other people find the city, or what does the data say how safe the city is before you make this very important decision. Okay, guys, I am Mitch from Mitch Okay, so guys, I am Mitch from We in Tennessee. I will see you in my next video.